watching Local 4, home of clickondetroit.com. WDIV Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Fighting for his freedom, a local doctor facing fraud charges is hoping to be released from jail, but he won't be the only one heading to court today.
Caught on camera, a burglar captured on home surveillance video lurking through this house. We have the video that police want you to see.
Hey, hey, Hockey Town, the Red Wings are back. They're kicking off a new season, and it begins tonight right there at Joe Louis Arena. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Rhonda Walker.
And I'm Evrod Kasmi. Right now, we are tweeting with all of you using the hashtag Local4Today. We got to respond to a couple of tweets. It's been a little while, but we're going to get to that.
We invite you to join the conversation this morning using our hashtag. We look forward to chatting with you as always.
Yes, and we're starting the morning out kind of warm today. There's a lot of sports events that are going to be happening this week. So let's get a check of the forecast with Brandon and Ashley standing by with a look at traffic. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I know today's the home opener.
For hockey? Yeah. Season opener, home opener. We're getting it going, dropping the puck tonight.
But it doesn't feel like it's hockey time right now.
More like baseball time, which we do have, just my favorite time of the year because of all the sports that are going on here. And we're certainly dialed in, even though I know games 1 and 2 are out in Oakland for our Tigers. But we're looking live at the Joes celebrating the Wings today. 61 degrees. Our current temperature, that west-southwest wind, is just 5 miles an hour. And so we're showing you visibility here all morning. This is any fog-related issues, and right now 5 to 10 mile visibilities, that's just fine. We're doing okay. Starting to pick up a little bit of high cloudiness in some spots. Yesterday the clouds wouldn't let up and the winds didn't pick up, and so fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I do believe the sun will help us warm up into the upper 70s today, and we will see lighter winds. Should be a great day. 61 at the bus stop this morning, and then 78 as the kids get out of school later on today. All right, Ashley, for live traffic time. How are we looking out there?
Looking good to start your 6 o'clock hour. We've not had any accidents earlier. We had a disabled vehicle. That's been clear for about a half hour now. So looking at traffic volume starting to build along I-94 at 10 Mile, not quite to a moderate level. All of our travel times have been looking good. If you're going to be traveling along eastbound I-96, leaving the 275 interchange, heading to the Southfield Freeway, no delays there. That drive will only take you 10 minutes. But coming up at 6:14, we'll talk about those orange barrels along I-75. Rhonda and Evrod?
All right. Sounds good, Ashley. Our top story this morning, a cancer doctor facing fraud charges is once again trying to persuade a judge to lower his $9 million bond.
Dr. Fareed Fata is accused of misdiagnosing patients and ordering unnecessary treatments to scam Medicare, but he and his attorney will not be the only ones that are showing up in court today.
Yeah, let's go live now to Sean Lay, who joins us with more on this planned protest. Good morning.
Good morning, Evrod. Good morning, Rhonda. You're right. Family members of patients of Dr. Fata plan on protesting this hearing this morning. They do not want this cancer doctor out of jail. New this morning, Dr. Fareed Fata once out of jail again. The Rochester Hills oncologist now accused in a massive multi-million-dollar Medicare fraud scheme that prosecutors say included the horrific mistreatment of many of his patients that came to him for help. To get his hands on millions of dollars of Medicaid payments, the government alleges Fata ordered chemotherapy for people who didn't need it. That has left dozens of local families distraught, wondering if their loved ones would still be with them if they hadn't been treated by Fata or many of his unlicensed staff members that administered treatment. Bottom line, federal prosecutors argue that Fata is a danger, that he and his wife likely have cash stashed away and could flee to the Middle East at any time. Prosecutors got a massive $9 million bond to keep Fata locked up. Fata wants that bond reduced down to $500,000. He wants out before his upcoming trial. Back here live, in fact, Dr. Fata and his attorney, they're going to make the case that Fata will agree to restrictions if he is able to get out on that $500,000 bond. Federal prosecutors here, I was at the last bond hearing. They made it clear that they believe Dr. Fata is a public health hazard, a danger to the public. They'll make that argument again. And in between all of this will be the family members of those patients. They will be protesting again Dr. Fata outside of court and inside as well. We'll have it covered for you. It all begins at 9:30 this morning. We're live this morning. Sean Lay, Local 4 Today.
All right, Sean, thank you. We have entered day 2 of the government shutdown that sent 800,000 Americans home without pay all across the country, and there is still no agreement in Washington. The votes that failed yesterday are rescheduled for today to fund the national parks that are closed, the museums, veteran services, and Washington, D.C. as well. Now, the votes are likely to pass in the House, but they are expected to go nowhere in the Senate because the Democrats insist that they won't agree to small deals. And of course, we'll continue to update you on this story on air and online. ClickOnDetroit.com is our website. We've got a special section all about the shutdown. That's on our homepage.
6:04 is your time. A 4-car pileup on Detroit's east side has left 7 people injured this morning, including a young child. The crash happened late last night on Mack Avenue at Connors Street. The driver of the vehicle tells us that her brakes failed and she wasn't able to stop at a red light. The SUV was hit, causing the chain reaction crash. All 7 people involved in the crash were taken to the hospital, but thankfully, everyone is expected to be okay. New this morning, Detroit City Clerk Janice Winfrey will be in court today. The hearing is over allegations that absentee ballots for the upcoming November election have been printed and distributed without the approval of the city's election commission. The judge also ordered for copies of meeting minutes and agendas for the election commission be brought to court. If it is found that the ballots were distributed before approval, they cannot be counted.
It's 6:05 and it's crunch time for Detroit City Council. They have just 10 days to either approve a deal to lease Belle Isle to the state of Michigan or come up with something better. Now, under the deal, the city would have to retain ownership of the island. However, Belle Isle would become a state park. This is just the first of the deals that emergency manager Kevin Orr is looking to cut when it comes to maximizing city assets.
We are following stories from all across the metro area for you this morning.
Yeah, and they come from Warren and Dearborn Heights, but let's begin in Waterford first. That is where a homeowner caught a frightening sight all on camera. This is home surveillance video, and no, that man there, not the homeowner. It's some sort of mystery man that is walking around the kitchen and the living room before eventually walking out of the home. No one that lived there was home at the time, and police are working to identify this random intruder.
Oh. But what a horrifying feeling to see someone walking around your house like that. In Dearborn Heights, police are looking for the man who robbed a jogger along Hines Drive. The man who targeted the woman jumped out from the bushes with a gun. She could not hear him at first because she had her headphones on. She quickly dropped her bag with a cell phone and bottled water in it and took off running.
And in Warren now, a warning to always take the valuables out of your cars. A van with expensive photography equipment inside was recently stolen. The owner said that she had just finished a photography job and normally brings her equipment inside, but this time she says that she was just too tired. Police have arrested 2 people who were trying to sell the equipment at a local pawn shop. So glad they were caught, and a good reminder to lock those doors or bring stuff inside.
Don't leave your valuables in the car.
Yeah, time now is 6:07, and something new is coming to your Facebook timeline. It seems like every day.
I know. They have to justify all those employees they have. What you can expect to see the next time you sign on to Facebook. Plus, in good health, how lifestyle changes may play a crucial role in reducing the risk for breast cancer.
But first, tens of thousands of vehicles recalled because the doors can suddenly open without warning.
Yeah, see which car may put you or your family members in danger. That's coming up next. Welcome back as we take a live look along the Detroit River, the beautiful lighthouse right there at Shane Park, not far from Belle Isle.
And you can see our hashtag there, hashtag local for today. We're tweeting with you this morning, and we hope you and we invite you to join the conversation with us. We have a Ruth to the Rescue consumer alert for you this morning. Mazda is recalling more than 160,000 of its cars this morning. And the recall affects Mazda's 6 vehicles from 2009 through 2013 model years. Loose screws could cause the side doors of the vehicles to open while driving. The door ajar light should come on to warn drivers that there is a problem. The automaker is expected to retighten the screws free of charge and will begin notifying customers by October 18th. The cars were built just south of here at the Flat Rock plant.
Time now is 6:10 on your Wednesday morning. In good health, breast cancer experts are still working to pinpoint exactly what causes this disease, but they have come up with steps that women can take to reduce their risk. About 25% of all cases can be avoided by regular physical activity and a healthy diet. Overweight and obese women have shown higher levels of estrogen, which is linked to breast cancer development. Doctors also add that anywhere from 5 to 10% of cases are hereditary.
It's 6:11, and flyers can now expect to find healthier meal options at the airport.
Airports are steering away from pizza and fries and instead offering more fresh, healthy options. The Physicians Committee looked at 18 major airports, and they found more than 75% of airport restaurants are now providing at least one low-fat, high-fiber, cholesterol-free meal.
As long as they don't get rid of the pizza and fries.
I know.
'Cause sometimes when you're on the go, that's just really what you want.
The last time I was at Metro Airport, I went to the Coney Island, so let's hope they don't get rid of that either.
All right. Time now, 6:12, and you knew them before and played with them before they were famous.
Yes, this morning, a number of popular childhood toys are set to make it into the Toy Hall of Fame. So think about your favorite toys and see if yours makes the list. Brandon, did you have a favorite?
I'm just trying to think what my favorite was. Weebles Wobble.
Oh,
They don't fall down.
I
Remember
loved those.
I had a whole collection of those as a little kid. I remember that.
I did too. I had the Weeble Wobble house.
We'll have fun going over that list coming up. Also, your weather forecast, a live look at the big house in Ann Arbor. We're warming things up and we're introducing rain in the 7-day a couple of times right after the break. Welcome back to Local 4 News today. Evrod, what day is it? Hump Day. Hump Day. Yeah, getting you over the hump. Here's a beautiful shot from our Mike Tizio looking up at the old sliver of a crescent moon. Looks like it's a waning crescent moon heading towards a new moon here. Okay, take a look at your temperature outside as we look at that gorgeous moon. That is one of the coolest Hanson's weather window shots that we've had for you here on the morning show. Loving it. 61 degrees, southwest winds at about 5 miles an hour. Right now, we do have some patches of overcast skies, but not really much in the way of fog concerns. Remember how thick it was yesterday? These are visibilities in miles, and anytime you get under a mile visibility, you start to have some issues, and we don't have that. Howell's at 3 miles. That's the lowest we go, and that's very manageable. 4-mile visibility in Lapeer, doing okay. You can see maximized at 10-mile visibility downtown. Don't have a whole lot going on here. You see the rain and even some mountain snow showers way out to the west. We're also seeing some Gulf Coast moisture coming up from the south, and the two of those combine to bring us rain chances as we head into your Thursday. Nothing here for you today. We'll see some sunshine, middle upper 70s at least. Those of you that get into the wall-to-wall sunshine will see temperatures closer to 80 degrees today. Here's a look tomorrow. It's mainly late morning through the afternoon hours, scattered showers, isolated rumble of thunder. By the evening hours, things should calm down tomorrow. 72 degrees, your noon temperature, beautiful. 78 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds, and a little bit warmer of a Wednesday today. Yeah, we have showers tomorrow, drops temps a little bit, 75. 80 degrees on Friday, and yeah, a quick splash and dash of possibility, but not a main feature. Saturday's a day we're watching. Cold front coming in brings a good chance of showers and isolated thunder late on Saturday, early Sunday. Ashley frowning at that because I know she's got Michigan tickets, 3 o'clock on Saturday?
3:30, yeah, so hopefully the rain will come after the game because it's homecoming week this week at the University of Michigan. But we're looking at great road conditions on our freeway system right now. Southbound I-75 right past Southfield Road. We'll have some orange barrels out there today, but that's not until 9 o'clock. But if you do have plans to get a later start to your drive, 2 lanes will be blocked 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., so expect some possible delays during that time frame. But let's take a live look right now from Sky 4. On the I-75 truck right at Clark Street, if you're going to be traveling downriver, still light traffic volumes out there. We're having a hard time finding any problems on the road, so that's always a good thing as you're starting your morning drive. But coming up in just a few minutes at 6:24, we'll update you on the I-696 commute. Rhonda and Evrod?
All right, sounds good, Ashley. Let's talk some sports now. And the Tigers have set their pitching rotation for the first round of the playoffs.
And the NHL is back. The Red Wings get started at the Joe tonight, Brandon. Exciting times.
It is. Absolutely loving that hockey is back, and that is happening tonight. Hockey Town already buzzing. More on that in just a minute. But first, Jim Leland has already made his first big decision heading into the playoffs, and you know how our bats have been struggling. So Jim and his Leland shuffle setting his pitching rotation already.
Here's the 2-2. Down he goes.
Baseball's only 20-game winner, Max Scherzer, gets the ball in Game 1 versus the Athletics Friday night in Oakland. Scherzer finished with a 21-3 record. He started the All-Star game this year, and he's a leading candidate for the Cy Young. Justin Verlander, who sealed the deal against the A's in last year's ALDS, will start in Game 2. Anibal Sanchez, he led the American League in ERA, and he pitches Game 3. Doug Fister will take the hill in Game 4. And if the Tigers make it past the Athletics, you can get your tickets for the ALCS starting today. Individual game tickets go on sale at noon online or by calling 866-66-TIGER. There's a limit of 6 per customer, and you'll find a link on clickondetroit.com. All right, to the NHL we go, where the Red Wings kick off the new season in Hockey Town tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. This year, they're in the Eastern Conference, playing in the Atlantic Division. The Wings took to the ice Tuesday for their final practice before the regular season. Detroit coming off a season which ended in heartbreak. In a second round, Game 7 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks, who then went on to win the Stanley Cup. Puck drops tonight at the Joe at 8 p.m.
I hear
No more of that, Brandon.
Yeah,
You know, Brandon and Everett actually lived in parts of their lives in Chicago, so
Big
they
parts.
have this little deep-seated love for the Blackhawks.
And you have to understand, because if you are a Detroiter and you love the Red Wings like you do, and you move to a different city, you stay with that team. I
Okay.
mean, I grew up in the old Chicago Stadium, so.
Okay.
I'm not really partial to either team. I'm ready to see some good hockey.
Right.
Oh, stop. Now he's bailing on me.
He was born in Michigan, raised in
was born in
Chicago.
Michigan. That's
so-
true.
And
Go
I
away.
hear Detroiters like their hockey. Is that true?
Oh my
Maybe
God!
just a little bit?
Hockey Town, Everett.
You have no idea.
Hockey Town for a reason.
Well, we can't wait for that. All right. Well, the time now is 6:20, and don't rush to the store just yet. We've got a consumer alert for you this morning. It's going to save you a little bit of money.
I'm going to reveal which items you should never buy in October and when you should buy them. There are things you're probably tempted to buy right now, but wait. Also coming up, not scanning just barcodes anymore.
See how some stores actually figure out what shopping mood you're in and what they do with that information. But before we go to break, let's say hello to our Facebook friend for the day. This is Phoebe Johnson, who lives in Detroit. Good morning to you, Phoebe. If you'd like to be our friend for the day, just like us and then click on the Friend of the Day tab and tell us a little bit something about yourself. We hope you have a great day. We're back in a moment.
All right, good Wednesday morning. Wake up here on a hump day. We're looking at 61 degrees outside right now. We'll hover there for the next couple of hours. A little bit of patchy fog here throughout the morning, but warming up nicely, 72 at noon. And high temperature today with a mix of sun and clouds, 78 degrees today, Ashley.
And very quiet on the roads, and everyone just zooming by along I-696 at Greenfield. That's the theme all around Metro Detroit, with no accidents to report at this time.
Good deal.
But first, a new unusual retail service could soon make its way west.
A Russian mood sensing device uses tablets mounted to kiosks to sync people's facial emotions. Now, its ultimate goal is to personalize the shopping experience.
The devices are placed at the front of the stores, and sensors on the machines scan a customer's items to see exactly what they're buying.
It also looks at their appearance and predicts what they may want to purchase.
I wonder what they would think about your appearance, Brandon.
I know.
I don't mean that in a bad way. but
Grumpy guy coming in, hey, straight to the flannels.
Right. Many are concerned this data collection oversteps privacy boundaries. I do think it's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Are they doing it without your permission?
No,
Or do you have to put your face in this area?
We're going to have to
I
go
don't
to
know.
Russia to find out.
I guess so. All right, well, let's step back in time for a moment. Do you remember a few of your childhood favorite toys that you probably played with as a kid?
Yep.
Well, they may be among this year's National Toy Hall of Fame nominees.
Yeah, take a look at the 12 finalists. They include the board game Clue. I used to love that. Colonel Mustard in the library with a
With a candlestick.
Exactly. Also, the Fisher-Price Little People. We have those are still kind of popular. Little Green Army Men, the Magic 8-Ball, My Little Pony. Anybody? My Little Pony.
I like the Magic 8-Ball.
I did too.
Yeah. Nerf toys and the Pac-Man video game.
And Mr.
yeah.
Potato Head.
Yeah, also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everyone loved them. The Scooter and the Rubber Ducky. 2 winners will be announced November 7th. So yeah, I wonder if Mr. Potato Head maybe is already in the Hall of Fame.
Possibly. I think that's like one of the ultimate.
Oh,
Yeah,
toys.
you know, I'll be curious to see if Nintendo is in the Hall of Fame. My traffic producer said that Nintendo definitely should, because think of just
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
I mean, it was
Don't know
such
if
a
it's old.
groundbreaking technology.
Is it old enough yet? I don't know.
Well, let's talk about what you think. We asked to name a few of your favorites. Steve Cutlip says marbles.
Marbles, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Kathy Knoll, Light Bright.
I love Light Bright.
Jennifer Chandler, Barbies,
Barbies.
of course.
I had 2 older sisters. I actually played with Barbies. I'm not embarrassed either.
How about that, Brandon? What a confession for you.
And
This
you probably-
is big.
What choice did I
My
have?
Little Pony too.
Weeble Wobbles and Barbie dolls.
And My Little Pony.
Did you have the little army men?
I did have, and I had the, I was just trying to think of Stretch Armstrong. Was that his
Oh,
name?
yeah.
He had the,
I remember that.
I remember
gelatin
that
in his
one.
arms. We'd
Yeah.
pull them across trees.
I'm
and stuff.
going way back, but I loved the Easy Bake Oven and also
I did too.
and Baby Alive.
What about
You can feed her.
Connects? Connects were cool. I played with those.
I did as well.
So-
Yeah, there are a
Legos
lot.
must already be in there too.
I think
Yeah,
so. That's like
legendary.
a staple.
There you go. We're talking about it on Local 4 today, our hashtag. So join the conversation and tell us some of your favorites too.
Yeah, blast from the past. All right, the time now is 6:26 and new at 6:30. From the front lines to the workforce.
A big event happening today to give jobs to some of our bravest men and women. Sean, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Irvin Magic Johnson, basketball legend. He has 10,141 NBA assists. He's now trying to give an assist to Detroit by buying the fairgrounds. His plan for it coming up next.
I'm Lauren Podell, and this is one of those mornings where smell-o-vision would truly make a difference. Check this out. Peach cobbler, green beans, baked mac and cheese, and fried chicken. This isn't a 5-star restaurant. We're here at Mackenzie Elementary and Middle School, and this is all to celebrate Count Day. We'll bring you inside this kitchen coming up.
You're watching Local 4, home of clickondetroit.com. WDIV Local 4 News today at 6:30 starts now.
Magic in Michigan. NBA Hall of Famer and a native of Michigan, Magic Johnson, has his eyes set on redeveloping an old state fairgrounds site.
Making it count, this morning the Detroit Public School District is offering major incentives like these bikes here to get kids in the classroom. And if you haven't already heard, today is Count Day in Michigan. It's a crucial day for the state's 56 school districts with budget deficits.
It is certainly a crucial day. The schools need every penny they can get, and today counts for 90% of the funding that schools receive from the state of Michigan.
Districts get a minimum of $7,000 per student. Several districts have special events and promotions planned to lure all of the kids in. One of them is the Detroit Public School District.
Yes, and that's where we find Local 4's Lauren Podell live for us this morning with all of the pretty big ticket items that kids would love to get today.
Rhonda and Evrod, this is truly a celebration of education and, of course, nutrition, which we're going to be showing you here in just a moment. Now, we showed you the bikes, the mini iPads, gift cards. There are so many great prizes that kids can walk away with just by showing up to school, because they want to make sure the school does that students know how important attendance is. And that's where lunch comes into play. Not only do they have an organized breakfast for the students every morning, but they're calling Count Day Eat to Win on Count Day for a reason. And take a look right here at what these ladies are cooking up. You can see that looks like a great lunch. Now, this morning I am joined by Principal Tracy Carpenter here from the Mackenzie Elementary Middle School. Tell me a little bit about why this lunch. We've got baked chicken, baked mac and cheese. Why is this so important to serve up on Count Day?
Well, today is Count Day, one of the most important days of our school year, but every day we make sure that our students are fed very well, so that we make sure that they have all the access as possible for great student achievement.
And this is kind of like a dinner you would serve up on a holiday. It's a special occasion today, and just like attendance is important every day, so is nutrition. Governor Snyder has donned DPS Pure Michigan Schools. Tell me about what types of foods students get on a daily basis.
Well, we have a very special program with the cooperation and assistance of Betty Wiggins and the food staff. We have a garden where we are serving fresh fruits. We're very focused on great nutrition for the school year, fresh fruits and vegetables, and just making sure that our students are ready to learn.
All right, and you can see they will be ready to learn after a good belly full of this great barbecue chicken, everything, most of it, a lot of it locally grown, and you can see they're going to have a great lunch today and every day. Attendance and nutrition not only important here on Count Day, but throughout the entire school year. Rhonda Nevra, just one more of the incentives to show parents and students how important today truly is to their district. Back to you.
Wow, a nice piece of barbecue chicken. I don't remember ever having anything like that that in school.
Making us hungry this morning.
Yummy.
All right, Lauren.
Thank you. The showdown over Detroit's bankruptcy filing will be back in court later this morning as two key issues go before the judge. Ask Me, which stands for the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, wants to reinstate pension checks for current City of Detroit workers. And the NAACP will argue that its lawsuit that challenges the state's emergency manager law should be allowed to continue despite a bankruptcy filing. We'll keep you updated on both of those today.
Hiring Our Heroes was launched in 2011 to help veterans and their spouses make their transitions back into the workforce. Job fairs are held across the country every year, and today one's going to be held at the National Guard Armory in Ypsilanti. First, there is a workshop that's at 9 a.m. that focuses on resume writing and interviewing skills. Then the job fair was going to run from 10 until 1 p.m. Both the workshop and the job fair are free.
6:34 is your time. The sun really struggled yesterday to break through those clouds. Some people saw it, most of us didn't. So
yeah,
hopefully we can recover today.
And here's the good news. We're starting out at 62 degrees, so the chances of us warming up today, pretty good, huh, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, we're already starting out with temperatures closer to what our average high is this time of year. 61 degrees is our current temperature. This goes out to our friends across the Detroit River. Not bad, eh? Pretty nice little morning out there. In fact, it's dry and mild for everybody. A mix of sun and clouds at noon, 72 degrees, and we should be in the upper 70s today, 78 degrees with a warmer hump day forecast than what we saw yesterday. Anybody heading over to the Joe tonight? The Sabres in town to take on our Red Wings. 76 degrees at 5 o'clock. The puck drops at 8 o'clock, should be around 70, and at 11 o'clock tonight, temperature about 67 degrees. Here we go tomorrow, some rain and thunder showers in the middle of your Thursday, but most of Friday does look dry, and Saturday we're hoping the rain and thunder holds off until late in the day. That's the plan. Right now, Ashley for live traffic. How we looking out there in a wind?
Still looking pretty good. No accidents to report if you're waking up in the Roseville area. Let's take a look from Sky 4 of the drive along I-94 right at Gratiot. You can see the traffic volumes building slightly there, but not quite to a moderate level. We don't have any reports of delays on our freeway system, but we do have some construction that will take place a little later today. So let's take a look at our maps to show you what you should expect, especially along Woodward. Northbound right before Coolidge, the right lane will be blocked during the midday hours of 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Coming up at 6:44, we'll talk more construction along the Lodge. Rhonda?
Thank you, Ashley. Michigan State great and NBA legend Magic Johnson had an amazing vision as on the court, I should say, as a point guard and as a businessman. He has another vision, and he has his eyes set on the old Michigan State Fairground. Sean Lay is live with his plans to breathe new life into this part of the city. Sean, good morning.
Like magic, they are big, big plans here. Here's the fairgrounds, and for you at home and you used to come here and enjoy this place, it's sad to see it like this each and every day, locked up and kind of just fading away into the past. Well, Magic Johnson, he has a team of investors. He has a game plan for this place, and he's going to buy it. They're hoping to buy the entire fairgrounds property later today. Just not everyone is saying that this plan is a slam dunk. The State Fairgrounds is one of the largest pieces of property in the area, 157 acres in Detroit, that has just been sitting here unused for 4 years. From the outside, it looks like another place in Detroit that has seen better days and holds only memories for people who came here to enjoy the State Fair. But to a business person, the fairgrounds looks like an opportunity. That business person is Irvin Magic Johnson. The Michigan State great and NBA legend has spent years in his time after basketball working as a developer, and he has a team along with a vision for the fairgrounds. That vision is to buy the fairgrounds for more than $4.5 million and develop the area into a housing and entertainment complex that will include a movie theater and some big box retail stores right here at Woodward and 8 Mile Road. The Michigan Land Bank Fast Track Authority is expected to vote today to sell the site to Magic and the others involved in the deal. So big things happening at Woodward and 8 Mile because the new Myers store in that whole strip mall just opening here to the north of us, right, and the fairgrounds are right behind. Okay, take a little closer look here. This is the mock-up. These are the plans that the Magic Johnson team gave the state. So you're talking about retail, restaurants, a theater. Still maintaining, though, the core here involving the Coliseum and some of the other historic buildings as well. So trying to maintain the history here while having something new. Now, the neighbors here are saying that they want more green space added to this plan. They're hoping that their concerns are heard by the Johnson team. We're live this morning. Sean Lake, Local 4 Today.
All right. Thank you very much, Sean. Time now is 6:38, and young children aren't the only ones that you worry about keeping safe in your car.
Yes, new this morning, the new standard equipment that may soon be available for your pets as well. But first, we are keeping money in your pocket with this consumer alert.
Up next, we're going to tell you which items you should never buy in October. Keep it here.
Wake up, Metro Detroit. You're watching Local 4 News Today in high definition.
Alrighty, welcome back to #Local4 Today. We're tweeting with you live this morning as we take a look at Comerica Park. The Detroit Tigers are actually in California, or heading to California. They're going to be playing the Oakland A's this Friday and Saturday. Rhonda?
Oh, Brandon. I just called you Brandon. Evrod. I was thinking about October in the month. I mean, we have summer-like weather, but it is October already. Fall is here, and with the new season comes a new consumer alert for shoppers. This morning, the experts are revealing those items you're so tempted to buy right now, but that you should never buy in the month of October. It's still hot outside, but we know the cold weather and even the snow is on the way. This morning, money experts at Tip Hero say it is not the time to buy cold weather apparel. You're not likely to find discounts on jackets and sweaters until at least November. The really good deals come in December. Electronics also make the do not buy list. A lot of new models of devices are rolled out in the fall, like the new iPhone. But if you're looking for a deal, wait until Black Friday and beyond. Fall can have you spending time indoors, fixing up your house, but don't go running to the store for new tools. They rarely go on sale, but some, like drills and hammers, are often discounted around the holiday season. Buying in October is just too soon. Finally, for the men, you might want to buy the lady in your life lingerie, jewelry, or even perfume, but expect better deals on those items in November and December. Retailers often slash prices by 25% or more the closer you get to the holidays. There are some good items to buy this month, so be sure to tune in to Live in the D this morning when Guy and Karen help you save money on everything from wine to kitchen appliances. That's later today at 11 a.m. on Live in the D.
So basically, you need to wait to get your Christmas shopping done. Don't be an overachiever, because a lot of those stuff are going to be cheaper come late November.
If you want to save money, definitely a good idea to wait.
I'll be tuning in for Live in the D a little bit later.
Yes. Brandon's here to talk his way out of that forecast from yesterday.
I caught a little grief in the newsroom this morning. We were a little off on our temperatures yesterday. Admittedly, the good news is it was still a pretty darn good day yesterday, wasn't it? Those of you who saw more sunshine in the afternoon did see those temperatures in the upper 70s, but most of us struggled to get there. Already good signs that we're on our way up again today. Look at these temperatures. 61 degrees at Metro Airport. That's our official number. Pontiac is 61. Good morning to you. Closer to downtown, 62. Ann Arbor, our cool spot on the map at 55 degrees. Visibility was a big problem yesterday. The low clouds and fog that kept our temperatures down. We're seeing some fog reappearing this morning in places like Ann Arbor. You're driving out I-94 west into Washtenaw County. A little bit of a hiccup there, but other than that, no big deals. As we take a wide look, we're seeing a lot of sunshine expected today. We will have some periods of cloud cover from time to time, but we have one big system up here to the west and one big system down here to the south. This is pumping warmer air in for today. Humidity increases a little bit into tomorrow, and those two systems will converge at us, bringing us rain and thunder chances tomorrow. Not today. Here's our computer model bringing clear skies to the area, high pressure in control. It scoots off even further off to the east, allowing some of these showers and storms. We're thinking mainly late morning through the afternoon hours. Should be done by dinner time on your Thursday with the rain and thunder, and right now nothing severe at all is expected. So here we go. Today at the bus stop this morning, the kids will be all right. 61 degrees, fairly mild this morning, and then 78 degrees this afternoon. Anybody heading to the Joe tonight will see nice temperatures for tailgating, and then 70 degrees as the puck drops. 67 degrees when you walk out of the Joe tonight. Tomorrow, the clouds and the rain will knock temps down a little bit, lower and middle 70s, and then 80 degrees on Friday. A chance for a little splash and dash, but the big day we're watching Saturday night. Cold front coming in brings showers and storms back into the picture. Okay, Ashley's here for live traffic with the orange barrel alerts.
Yes, we always have some of those orange barrels out there, as you can see. Let's talk about this project, though, that's going to be going during the entire month of October. It's along the Lodge, both north and southbound from 14 Mile to Orchard Lake. A little tricky here. They have 15-minute intermittent lane closures, and that's going to be anytime during the day starting at 9 a.m. today until late October, so expect some possible delays if the Lodge is part of your commute. But let's take a live look at Sky 4 right now. If your commute's going to take you along I-696 right near Southfield Road, and we do have some pockets of heavier traffic volumes as you are driving along I-696, but nothing quite out of the ordinary. It is the normal rush hour commute. But coming up at 6:54, we'll take a look at the I-94 drive. Evrod and Rhonda.
Okay, we'll see you then, Ashley. 6:46 is your time. New this morning, a story parents will be talking about.
How a set of twins racked up more than $1,000 worth of charges on their dad's iPad. Oh boy. Good morning, Jane.
Good morning, Metro Detroit. I'm Bloomberg's Jane King at the New York Stock Exchange. Coming up in today's report, watch for more ads on your Facebook timeline. And if you get into a car accident, will your pet survive? Automakers testing seat belts for dogs.
Welcome back to Local 4 News today as we take a beautiful look at the Rensen there on the right side of your screen. It's going to be a beautiful day today. You can see our hashtag Local4 today there on the bottom left of your screen. And we're chatting with some of you this morning. At Motor City Mill says, I keep telling the world Detroit is on a comeback. Hashtag Local4 today. The Magic Johnson Project is another example. Let's get it. And we thank you for all of your comments. We enjoy reading them.
We were talking about the National Toy Hall of Fame and what toys are getting in this year. And at Dritzman73 says, RC Racetrack. My brother and I used to race all the time, had many different cars. Can't hardly find them anymore. So thanks for tweeting with us on our hashtag, and let's keep the conversation going. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. 6:49 is your time, and new this morning, one car maker is unleashing a new safety feature for man's best friend.
And look for more ads on your Facebook timeline. It seems like every other day that keeps happening. Bloomberg's Jane King is live with how this new advertising tool works, though. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rod and Rhonda. Good morning to you. Okay, so this new Facebook ad service links the users to the other apps via promotions that appear within Facebook's main news feed. So you may see an ad on your mobile feed, and then if you click on it, it will drive you straight to an app that you already have on your phone that maybe you haven't used for a while. It'll tell you about a new song on iTunes or something on Google Play, or maybe book a hotel room and you can download it there. Now, the big picture here is that Facebook is trying desperately to make advertisers happy. They learned the hard way how crucial mobile ads can be after being punished by investors for not doing enough in that area. Evrod and Rhonda.
And Jane, we've heard of crash test dummies, but crash test dogs?
Yes, now it's Fido's turn, and I'm surprised nobody's done this yet, but Subaru and the Center for Pet Safety has begun running preliminary tests for 11 pet safety belts. And the goal here, figure out which pet restraints work well enough to earn a seal of approval from pet advocacy groups. Now, they hope one day to set national safety standards, but that will take a while. Sleepy Pod's Click-It 3-point safety harness was the only belt that kept the dog from launching off the seat. Now, Subaru says it will soon offer Sleepy Pod's Click-It utility harness as an accessory in its vehicles. Evrod and Rhonda, back to you.
But then they can't point their heads out of the window.
Exactly, and let their tongue hang out of their mouth.
Well, you got to get the dog to wear it, too.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the second big question.
Exactly, but we do want to keep our pets safe, that's for sure.
All right, Jane, thank you.
Thanks, Jane.
Thanks.
Time now is 6:51, and let's get a check of the top 4 stories of the morning.
And let's kick things off with Sean Lay. Good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda. Here's what we're watching for you this morning. 9:30 sharp this morning down at federal court, Dr. Fareed Fata, the cancer doctor, he'll be back in court looking to get out of jail. This is the Rochester Hills doctor who has locations all over the Metro Detroit area treating hundreds of patients for cancer. He is caught up in a massive Medicare fraud scheme where the federal government says he got rich by getting his hands on Medicare payments by mistreating, allegedly, his patients, even giving chemotherapy to people who apparently apparently did not need it. Fata is being held on a $9 million bond. It's so high because he is called a flight risk by prosecutors. At the same time, he wants out today on a $500,000 bond. This whole thing will be surrounded by protesters, family members of Dr. Fata's patients who will be meeting Dr. Fata, his attorneys. They'll be outside of that courthouse making sure their voices are heard as well. We'll continue to follow this case for you and have all the updates for you on clickondetroit.com and on Local 4. Live this morning, Sean Lay, Local 4 Today.
I'm Lauren Podell, live this morning from Mackenzie Elementary and Middle School here in Detroit, where today is count day, not only for this school, but public schools across the state of Michigan. And that means the more students that show up for attendance, the more money these districts receive later from the state. And you can see Detroit Public Schools, they are making sure students realize how important count day is. That's why they're offering fun incentives like brand new bikes they can win. Also, iPad minis, even gift cards. But let me take you into the kitchen here, where food and nutrition also plays a key role in count day. Just like attendance, Detroit Public Schools want to make sure kids are eating healthy every day. Today, they get baked mac and cheese, barbecue chicken. They're going to have a feast to celebrate count day. So hopefully these students will learn that attendance is important not only today, but every day. Reporting live this morning from Mackenzie Elementary and Middle, Lauren Podell, Local 4.
Thank you, Lauren. Big plans are on the way for the old state fairgrounds. Former basketball star Magic Johnson is expected to sign a deal today that will allow him to redevelop the property in his home state. Take a live look at the fairgrounds this morning as we look through the fences. Magic wants to renovate, and the renovations to include a movie theater, stores, and also residential housing to go along with the Meyer store and other stores there already. The fairgrounds have been closed since 2009 and costs the state $1 million each year just to maintain and secure it.
We have entered day 2 of the government shutdown, and there is still no agreement in Washington. The votes that failed yesterday are rescheduled today to fund the national parks that are closed, museums, veteran services, and Washington, D.C. Now, while the votes are likely to pass in the House, they are expected to go nowhere in the Senate. Brandon?
Thank you, Evrod and Rhonda. And good Wednesday morning, everybody. We're waking up with pretty mild and decent weather out here. A little bit, a skosh of patchy fog. Not a big deal. 61 degrees is our current temperature. By noontime, we're up to room temperature with a mix of sun and clouds, 72. High temperature today, 78 degrees on this hump day. We're already looking forward to the weekend. We do have showers in the middle of the day tomorrow, rain and thunder, believe it or not. Near 80 degrees on Friday and a chance for showers and isolated thunder Saturday night again. Okay, here's Ashley. Last look at traffic this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, and it's been pretty good out there. Here's our 4 live traffic camera along I-94 at Outer Drive, and you can see the big tire in the distance and still smooth sailing on our freeway system, at least along I-94. Taking a live look from Sky 4 of the I-696 drive at Orchard Lake. We're also looking at good news there. Traffic volumes building for the rush hour, but no accidents to report. Back over to you, Rhonda and Evrod.
Ashley, thank you. These next 2 stories will definitely have you talking today.
But listen to this. 2 6-year-olds, they racked up a $1,600 bill, $1,600, while playing games on their father's iPad. Now, their parents received a 4-page report of the charges from Apple for items like virtual pets and clothing, all of them ranging from $4 to $125.
Looks like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Luckily for their parents, Apple decided to give this dad a refund.
I can't even believe that, and I'm sure they were punished severely. Well, check this out. You're looking at the cover of Ron Burgundy's new memoir.
For those of you who have no idea who this is, Ron Burgundy is a character played by Will Ferrell in the 2004 film Anchorman.
Now, more seasoned fans will enjoy the fact that this memoir is being released in just a month. They're also anxiously awaiting the sequel to the first film. That hits theaters in December, and I think we're going to do a group outing to go and see that movie.
And laugh hysterically the entire time.
That's our life. Not literally, but, you know, it'll be funny.
The memoir is just hysterical, though. I mean, he's a fictional character anyway, but it's really funny.
I think I might buy it.
I know.
Have you guys ever seen Semi-Pro, the movie he did about basketball up in Flint?
I've seen clips of it.
It's hysterical.
I know.
Ever since that movie, though, no pleated pants, right?
Yeah. Bye, friends. Go Wings tonight. The Today Show is next. Have a great day, everybody.